Hello, I'm Tons, as usual, and welcome back to our review and play of GreedFall. Last we left off, when last we left off, we were intending to check out this log situation, but randomly Aphra said, "Hey, I want to talk to you for a second." So we're going to talk to her, and it's likely going to be a personal mission for her, and we will do it because she is a companion in the order of importance for Haeva. Thus, the order of importance for us goes companions, then the indigenous people.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
No, go to hell. No, I'm joking. But it is messed up that you can't, especially after what happened last time, where you lost reputation and relationship points, and it sucks there's no option to say no, and we're never going to do it. Like, oh, it's postponed until later. Some people say, oh, but you can postpone until later and then just never do it. No, there should have been a third option where you say, no, Aphra, you crazy person. You can't do it. We aren't doing it. You go by yourself, damn it. I won't be a part of any of this.
You were right, Aphra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desade. Let's return to Duncas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
Yeah. I can't say no to Aphra, okay? I was all talk. I was all prepared to tell her to go to hell. And then I looked into those eyes of hers. And that very spiff hat she has on. And what could I do? Nothing, that's what. Nothing but cave to her demands. That I can't act on because that's not what Haeva's about. Now, we would have made it by these creatures without engaging them in the least. But no, they decided to attack me. This dude in front of us has like a ton of armor. That is an insane amount of armor. But also, I gotta say, we did a good job hacking at that armor. Using Wait a minute. Using stasis. Stasis just eats that armor. Look at it. Yeah, you all deserve to die. Like, straight up. I didn't tell you to do any of this. I can't turn around. Okay. I should not have done that. Just to give us a bit of a break. That's what I was looking for. No, I was trying to hit both of them. Well, I ran out of time because I did the stupid Shield of Enlightenment move when I meant to hit Furious. Not a bad haul. But a completely avoidable fight, by the way, since Haeva ran by without aggroing anything at a single aggro, but they decided to aggro anyway. Alright, journey's loaded. Let's go. Let's go already! Did we fast travel to the right spot? Because kinda didn't seem like it for a second. Still doesn't. Oh, okay, yeah, we did. I guess 700 meters. Is that what it said? Was it 700?
We are happy to see you again.
Likewise.
You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkus meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
That reminds me. When we followed the elders, Dunkus and the rest of them, we were under the impression that they were going to listen to the earth because the wind has changed, and listen to the wind. I don't know. But what actually transpired looked nothing like that. It just seemed like a meeting, like a regular meeting or gathering, and they were talking amongst each other about Ewan, I believe, or Morian being ready or something like that. But it just seemed like a standard meeting. Okay. I was not sure where to go. Good, we encountered a question mark, and there's another question mark, and there's a door here. We're going to be checking some stuff out, because we are first and foremost explorators, is what we do. Why? Oh. I have to say, in extreme mode, it does not feel like we make a difference in that. Like, seriously. The reason I say that is because these jokers, I tested it when I was doing the test of the build in the arena. Those jokers died like instantly, like no time flat, and it just didn't seem to matter the fact that they have Shield of the Enlightenment. And that's something you have to be careful about when it comes to developing a game. Well, you run into this issue where I know that was a waste. Don't hold it over my head. You're right. I wasted that Fury's hit. But I do love exploring a lot in this game. But you want to make things significant, but not too significant. Like, you want to make them significant, but not overpowered. So, or overpowered, I should say. And on extreme difficulties or higher difficulties, this is even harder to accomplish, because like you look at Shield of the Enlightened, it has like 150 armor, and I'm not entirely sure how armor works, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if it subtracts 150 damage while it's up. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just have no concept as to how armor works different from HP exactly. But it just doesn't seem different. It doesn't feel different, or like much of a difference, because imagine armor does work that way, where it absorbs 150 damage before it gets to your health. I would hope it doesn't work that way, but I've seen it work that way before. And the reason I would hope it doesn't work that way is simply because you don't... I'd want armor to be different from HP. And if it functions that way, then it's practically like extra HP. But more than likely, I would say, if I had to guess, it's like if you have 150 armor, it'll absorb 150 damage, or a certain amount of damage, but you lose it. What's going on here? Okay. But whatever it is, let's say that it does work that way. 150 damage will knock out this armor. Well, guess what? On extreme, enemies are hitting over 400. You know, something like that. We'll say that. If that's the case, you're not going to notice the difference. Not really. It won't feel like it made any difference at all. Now, those were just made up numbers, but I'm just saying that it's easy to accidentally make it to where the things you have are not significant. Like an ability ends up feeling insignificant on harder difficulties. I can't remember which content creator said it, but, or maybe it was an article I was reading, but someone had suggested, they were like, I think GreedFall was meant to be played on harder difficulties. Like, that's how they designed it. That's what they had in mind. And personally, if it wasn't already clear, if I didn't already say it, I completely disagree with this. I don't feel like they played this game on higher difficulties. Because to me, I can't imagine having this game when you're meant to have 2 companions and your intent was to have them die instantly in combat. I can't imagine that being the case. That wouldn't make any sense. It would make your companions worthless aside from story perspective. Like, we could keep going, but I mean, we had Haeva work on these abs for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Look at them abs. Dueling gloves. Marquee dueling gloves. Let's check them out. We're not gonna wear them. There's like no chance in hell for that. Look at this. Look at this. To be fair, GreedFall is not the worst offender. When it comes to this sort of thing, there are games that are so much worse. But this takes a vigor of 3 to reach. And the reward is a single chest with a green quality item. Low stats. No, man, like, come on. Like, seriously, what in the world? Somebody dropped the ball on that. I do not think that was intentional. I think it was a simple oversight. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to credit that to. Because that was ridiculous. I'm going to credit that to a mistake. We tried to avoid fighting. Can't always do it. But nah, I highly doubt this game was properly tested or anything on higher difficulties, because your companions die way too easily. So it's difficult for me to believe that. But yeah, when we followed the elders and lost reputation and relationships for something we had no choice over, it was just disappointing because, and then she described it It was like they really were listening to the wind. Wind! Because of how terrible I talk. It sounded like I just said the same word twice. It was like, when did it sound like they were talking to the wind? Because what I saw was they just were talking. Period. Alright, we can't mark it because it's already marked. That's fair. I just sometimes like an extra marker to guide me. That's all. Don't you aggro these things if we're not near them. Don't you freaking do it. We've been there. At least I think we have. We'll check it out, just in case. Like, have we been here before? It looks like... I honestly can't tell if we've been here before. I can't go by the chest. No, like, wait, we have, right? We have been here. But we could not get up here. I think we came from down here, maybe? And we couldn't get up here. Like, we got to that point, but she didn't have the abs to continue. Yup, the redwoods. But we have been around here. Pick up that hoof fungus. Damn it. Oh no, I like killing bandits. I was trying to avoid killing nature. Is that the best you can do? Seems like the best you can do. I'm gonna kill you with a parry. Find the cave of knowledge, knowledge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've been all over this map. Where's this place? Oh, that's where we were at. Were we technically... You know, I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. Yeah, we were definitely out here. This is... I know where this is. Yeah, we were here. Well, there's nothing we could do, but we were here. Let the record reflect that we were out here.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
Okay. That's it.
This stone. There's a slot at the top. Probably to put something in.
The natives' beliefs are based on exchanges. If we want this door to open, I imagine that we will have to make an offering.
Now we have to find out what we should offer.
Find another way to enter the Cave of Knowledge. How? Find a seed to open the passage. So we need a seed. What kind of seed? And then on top of that, what does it mean by find another way? Is that what it said? So we might not need a seed if we use this other way, perhaps. Oh. I mean, this could work. But I'm kind of curious because I think I saw people. Well, I know what those people are about.
If this savage spoke the truth, we'll be rich soon. I don't like the thought of staying here too long, though. In case our corpse's cousins turn up. But we need to find a way to force this bloody root door. Hey! What are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast!
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility. And we don't want any trouble. We also are, explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you better leave.
Well, the Blood Queen, or the Red Queen, that is Haeva de Seren, is about to strike. I mean, they killed a native and called that native a savage, so...
Sorry, but we're not going anywhere.
Sorry, not sorry. I did not see that strapping young man approach Haeva. And then someone shot her in the face. I gotta take enemies more seriously. I got to. It looks like we did find another way to enter. I'm guessing it would be somewhere that way. However, one, I'm gonna kill these guys.
If this savage spoke the truth, we'll... Hey! What are you doing?
Two, I want to do it the proper way.
Listen, but
Really?
really?
Yeah,
And how do you...
Well, he did... Anyway...
Sorry.
I'm gonna show you guys what happens when I take you seriously. You're not gonna like it. Oops. have to do that, but figured why the hell not? You know what I mean? Whoa! Forgot they could do that. Even though I said that on my tips. It's like, be careful, because they can hit you right out of stasis. Well, we didn't lose any reputation for that. I really didn't care if we did. Because it sounded like they tortured one of the natives. So they had to die. I wasn't going to let them live.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge.
We don't even get to, like, ask Siora a proper way to deal with the fact that they're dead, like some kind of ritual or funeral. No, we just stole the seed that they were going to use to enter the cave. How messed up of us. That's great. I mean, it is kind of messed up what we did. Just throwing that out there. Wait, did we hop down? Yes.
There. Place the seed on the stone.
Do nothing. Why do we have the option to do nothing here? Something's happening behind me, isn't it? No. Now, supposedly, there's treasures down here. But I'm starting to have my doubts. I guess in a sense their culture is treasure, but well, that could be what they meant. And those bandits just took things way too literally.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives. The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
I wonder if you have the option not to hide.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daigan ni dau. A yigi dames etier comelei.
Cair to, Morian, ages radai de radi dawem tair gerbegan.
Cau den nes greta comelei. Nas oltargodu, vregdedet mad advad. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
Why would we lose the trust? I don't understand. They sent us here. If anything, we should gain trust because we figured out how to make it inside the cave. Unless they saw the blood on the seed and then they're like, did you steal this?
It's not possible just now.
Oh, we could have used explosives if we had the science. Yeah, even if I had the science, I much prefer the way we ended up going in. We did it the way it was intended.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
We've come this far. May as well see it through. If I lose reputation, I lose it. I keep trying to decide how I feel about this language and not being able to understand at all what they're saying. Does it make it more immersive? The fact that Siora doesn't translate for you, you can't ask her what was said, kind of takes away from it being immersive though. So I'm not sure. I mean, I just seen a movie recently that used the language that was different from the one in the movie, or the main one in the movie. So the movie was spoken in English, and when they went to speak French or what have you, it translated it for English viewers.
You again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus, but I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Aphra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus.
Be discreet by talking to everyone that's here. Yeah, that makes sense. It does not, but
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals. These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onol Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been. You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Donkas has accepted your presence.
or maybe I wish we could learn the language.
How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
The ritual will begin shortly.
Okay.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinal Manawi were abducted. You seem different from the others, Aphra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you.
Not what he was
Otherwise, you
saying.
would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
That's what he was saying. Look at Siora. I'm sorry. Our mod is ruining this whole thing.
Arwich Nestiri, Adesta Marar Mam.
Still worth it. I wish we could kneel down with the rest of them. I was already upset that we were killing these things because they're guardians. Now I'm even more upset.
You are an Onol Manawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Donegard.
Thank you, Donkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Aphra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
There. Couldn't see where I was at. Oh crap.
I am wounded.
Come to my help!
Sure. Huh. I did not do that right, apparently.
Your curiosity, Aphra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
Aphra is friendly. Da 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 da. Boom. I wonder if Aphra realizes that if Dr. Asili is in this game and alive, that we're going to kill him. Because that is just how this works. Da 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 da. Boom. Okay, we're doing this because the indigenous always come before everyone else that's not in Haeva's classy group of degenerates. Again, that's just how this works. Let's try this. See what happens. Okay, we've explored all this, so we'll head straight for the camp area. Assuming we can. I don't know. The map can be a little confusing for me. Okay, we in here. They made the environment match the story, because as you can see, they have been cutting trees down around here. I'm surprised Siora had nothing to say, man. Same with Petrus, in all honesty. Could be the mod, I don't know. But I think the Speak Your Mind mod would have made them talk. I mean, for God's sakes, it made Aphra talk at one point. She wasn't even part of our group.
to shed blood. We want to give life back to the earth.
Do you not understand that these woods are sacred? Yeah, right. We told you to leave. Now go.
Yeah. So you already know whose side I'm on.
To use our weapons. We do not want.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back. These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it. You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
I am de Sardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed some light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. Well, the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see her.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in.
So that was weird.
Do not force us to use our
The
weapons.
doctor,
We do not want to
he's
shed
over there,
blood.
or you can
We
talk
want
to
give
him.
life back to the earth.
And then you say, okay, I'll go see her. So two different pronouns used. And it turns out she was the correct pronoun.
Hello, Doctor. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
I'm gonna guess it's not. It's a good thing we have a scientist with us.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue, blood at the corners of the mouth.
So they ingested it, I'm guessing. The poison, that is.
There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death.
Aphra.
A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
The appearance of these bodies and the smell emanating from their mouths leaves me in no doubt. They were poisoned. That this doctor could have believed that this was simply an illness is beyond me.
I can't see anything else of interest.
As Aphra throws shade at this doctor. Like, this doctor being so incompetent is insane to me.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
Not a disease.
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I guess the same way something seems to have removed your eyebrows altogether.
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
You don't seem completely sure of yourself. Nobody could have just slipped in.
No, I assure you. The last ones to pass by here were the hunters who delivered us game 2 days ago.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, let's see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
I'm glad we insisted. See if we can find these hunters that likely poison these people. So wait, are the hunters... Oh my goodness, the hunters seem to be where we came in at. A lot of backtracking in this game. Lots of backtracking. I wonder if the... Whoa. Oh, biscuits! Oh my goodness.
Shadow engulf our enemies.
This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
That was pretty cool. The fact that they appeared after we hunted these awesome beasts.
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend to eat them.
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaigse, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You were the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance, and I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
This old man exacted his vengeance with cunning. Without realizing there would be consequences, it wouldn't surprise me if the other woodcutters seek vengeance too.
This old man is devious. The method he used was very original. But now people have died. The woodcutters will want vengeance and things will only get worse.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Cassillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict without violence.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will bring this video to a close. Next time, though, we will look into this matter and we will get it resolved. You already know my feelings, and since we're at the end of this video, I'm not going to go through all those feelings right now like I usually do. Kind of a feeling dump at the end of the video. But for now, until next time, please take care.